We're talking with Vermilion County Clerk Lynn Foster. And Lynn, obviously this election write-in is going to be playing a key role out in various communities, right?
Absolutely. In Hoopston, in Oakwood, in Tilton, in Westville, and in Ridge Farm, all of the candidates for municipal office will be write-in candidates.
Okay, so now we're going to show people, actually, I guess it's important, they have to make sure they do it the right way, right?
They do, Bill. And there'll be signage posted in all of our polling places that will explain how to do a write-in. But just to let you know, there are two parts to a write-in vote. You write the name of the candidate on the line provided and color in the oval. We want all our voters to be sure and use the pens that we provide, which are easier for the scanner to read, and just print the name. Now, spelling does not count. So if, for instance, a person filed as John Smith and the voter writes Jack Smith, the election judges will be able to determine the intent.
So that's the key, is the judge needs to be able to determine the intent of who they met?
Of the voter, sure. For instance, the woman who was just elected to the United States Senate in Alaska, whose last name was Murkowski, do you really think everybody spelled that correctly? No. So spelling is not the number one issue. But again, each polling place will have a list of the eligible write-in candidates posted on the wall. So voters can review who the eligible write-ins are. They can review the specimen ballot so they can see what's actually printed on their ballot before they ever go in the booth. And the judges will be able to answer questions. If they forget how to do a write-in, they should ask. The judges will instruct them how to do a write-in vote so that it will count. And voters should know that they cannot vote for Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck or none of the above or any of that.
So you're taking the fun out of it.
I know, I'm so sorry. But it can only be an eligible write-in candidate, otherwise it cannot be counted. So they should review the list that is posted on the wall.
And now again, we're going to show people, basically there's a couple things they have to do as we go down here, and they need to do what now?
They need to write the name of the candidate they wish to vote for on the write-in line provided. And the second part is to color in the oval.
So if they forget to do either one of those, what happens?
It will not be counted. It cannot be counted. There are two parts to a write-in. And the sign that we're looking at is the sign that will be posted in polling places, hopefully in the booths, but certainly around the polling place to remind voters how to do it. And again, election judges will instruct them if they ask. Now, not every race will have a place for a write-in. And the reason for that is there's not an eligible write-in candidate for that race.
Now what about on election night itself? Some people might think with all the write-ins we're going to be way late or maybe not even get the results at all as far as how the outcome is that night. What do you think?
No, we plan to we have one person who will be working for us election night, whose entire job will be to fill out a spreadsheet that we've designed to calculate write-ins. So each precinct will bring in their write-in results. It's called a write-in tally sheet. The election judges will actually tally those in the polling place after the polls close. And they will tell us how many votes each candidate received in their precinct. That's the write-in tally sheet. And when we get that on election night, we will be putting those together all night long till we get to the end, and we'll have a total. And we will post those on our website. Of course, everything is unofficial on election night, but we will have at least unofficial results that night.
So everybody needs to get out and vote.
They do. Very important. We've had recount issues lately that's kind of been newsworthy. But most of the recounts that we have happen in these elections, in these consolidated elections, because the number of people who vote is so much smaller. So they're so much closer. For instance, we had a one-vote highway commissioner's race not too long ago inside L Township. One vote made the difference there. So every vote matters.